Captain Krzysio and the Island of Emotions. Once upon a time on the vast ocean, there lived a young pirate named Krzysio. Krzysio was 5 years old and was the youngest captain in the entire pirate fleet. His ship, the Happy Wave, was adorned with colorful flags and gleaming treasures he had collected during his numerous adventures. However, Krzysio had a problem that made his life at sea not always so joyful. He often got angry, yelled at his crew, and used the word stupid, which made the other pirates feel sad and hurt. One day, during one of his voyages, Krzysio spotted a mysterious island on the horizon. He had never seen it before, and its outlines were shrouded in mist. Intrigued, he decided to dock and explore what secrets the island held. Encounter with the island. When Krzysio and his crew set foot on land, they noticed something extraordinary. On the island, emotions took on physical forms. In one place, trees with heart-shaped leaves grew, radiating warmth and love. In another, rivers of anger flowed, turbulent and red as fire. Krzysio felt that this island was special and might help him understand his emotions. During their exploration of the island, Krzysio met a mysterious old man named the Master of Emotions. The old man had a long grey beard and eyes that seemed to see everything. The Master of Emotions smiled at Krzysio and said, "Welcome, young captain. I see you carry many emotions within you. This island can help you understand them and learn how to control them." Krzysio felt that the Master of Emotions was right. He wanted to learn more about his feelings and how to manage them. The challenge. The Master of Emotions led Krzysio to a great tree in the center of the island. The tree had leaves in the shapes of different emotions: joy, sadness, anger, fear, and calm. The Master said, "To claim the treasure of this island, you must pass 3 trials. Each will help you understand and control your emotions. If you succeed, the treasure will be yours, and you will return to your ship a better captain." Krzysio felt that this would be difficult, but he was determined to try. The first trial was the River of Anger. It was turbulent and red, and its waters seemed to boil. The Master of Emotions said, "To cross this river, you must find a way to calm your anger." Krzysio pondered how to do this. He recalled how often he yelled at his crew and how it made them feel sad. He decided to try something new. He took a deep breath and began speaking to the river in a calm voice. "River of Anger, I know you are upset, but let's try to calm down together." The river began to calm, and its waters became less turbulent. Krzysio understood that controlling anger starts with inner peace. He managed to cross the river safely. The second trial was the Forest of Sadness. The trees in the forest were dark and gloomy, and tears dripped from their branches. The Master of Emotions said, "To pass through this forest, you must find a way to lift the spirits of those who are sad." Krzysio knew this would be challenging, but he decided to try. He began telling the trees cheerful stories and singing joyful songs. The trees started to smile, and their branches lifted upwards. Krzysio realized that helping others in their sadness could bring joy to him as well. He managed to pass through the forest safely. The final trial was the Mountain of Fear. It was tall and steep, with dark clouds swirling at its summit. The Master of Emotions said, "To climb this mountain, you must overcome your fears." Krzysio was afraid of heights, but he knew he had to try. He began climbing the mountain, step by step, battling his fear. He remembered how the Master of Emotions said that fear could be conquered with courage and determination. Finally, he reached the top. At the summit, Krzysio found a chest full of treasures. There were gold coins, jewels, and magical items. But the most valuable treasure was a book of wisdom containing all the lessons Chris had learned on the island. Chris returned to his ship with a new understanding of his emotions. He knew that controlling anger, helping others in sadness, and overcoming fear were keys to being a better captain. His crew noticed the changes and began to respect him even more. When Chris returned to his fleet, he told the other pirates about his adventure on the Island of Emotions. Everyone was impressed by his courage and wisdom. Chris became a role model for other pirates, and his ship, the Happy Wave, became a symbol of peace and cooperation. Chris understood that the true treasure was not gold coins or jewels, but the ability to recognize and control his emotions. This allowed him to be a better captain and a better friend to his crew. Remember, we all have different emotions within us, but it's important to learn to recognize and control them. This way, we can be better friends and handle challenges more effectively.